Hello and welcome back to Lawton. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Princess Evangile. I forgot to check the background. Fuck. I was saying, I suppose I got used to how it works with a good librarian like a good shepherd, where I can literally check in the middle of the recording. Actually, I can do this here as well. I just need to go in here. Windows. Okay. It's the CG of just Meguru hugging Hoshina's head to her chest as he basically is pouring his heart out for her about his ability and all that. So yeah. While over on this side, I don't have to point in the wrong direction anymore. That's nice. Also, I also need to change the ratio on this. Transform. Edit transform. Make the top into 30 and the bottom into 30. There we go. Now I'm more in the middle. How nice, how quaint. How absolutely terrific. I should stop talking like that. Anyways, on the other side, on this side, on the right-hand side, we have Mako seductively licking her finger as they're eating fish. That sounds weird. Also, like Loki, I really had to hold back from opening Daito Shokan no Itsuchikai. Because I want to keep playing that. Like, low-key, I don't have anything against Princess Evangile. Sure, it's not the best visual novel, but it's still enjoyable. And I'm just enjoying Daito Shokan no Hitsuchikai way more. Like, way more. Ugh. I was a fan of Princess Evangile when it first came out, and Lost Paws played it. But now I'm just noticing it's not that good. It's honestly not that good. So if y'all want me to just skip to another visual novel instead of keep going with this one, do tell me. Because God, slowly but surely, I'm starting to feel down for that. Also, today's not a stream because y'all's motherfuckers still haven't fucking spoken up about it. I literally asked y'all's, hey, you want to see a stream? And literally no one says anything. The only answer I got was one person saying, I guess it would be neat, but I can't really watch. But I'll leave it up to you. But other than that, no one replied. No one replied. This is about the content you guys are getting. Why are you not getting involved and saying, I want that or I don't want that? Please! There's a reason why I'm asking you. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get going. It was the second day of the camping trip. Tonight we'd be having a campfire. That meant I got to stay at the lake even after dark. The teacher skillfully constructed the scaffolding. I was gathering wood for the fire when the students arrived in a big crowd. Good evening. The lake shore was animated once more. Just seeing the people gather around filled me with a sense of expectation and excitement. I haven't felt this way since that night we fled our home for parts unknown.
私、キャンプファイヤーには初めて参加するのよね。そうなの？でもこれってメイン級のイベントなんでしょ？みんなで歌を歌ったりとかさ。歌か。私は恥ずかしくて、いつもコチコチになってしまいます。読書じゃなかったわよね、確か。この人数ですからね。何人いたところで人前で歌うなんて。
I don't get getting embarrassed when everyone else is singing as well.
変わってるわね、好みも。それで何のお話だったっけ？私が参加するのは初めてっていう。
Because of fire?
それってやっぱり怖かったから？そうなの。怖い？彩香様忘れたんですか？リセさんが火が苦手っていう話。ん？ああ、そういえば。
Since Masa is still hoping... Actually, no, he said that he doesn't want her to find out himself, that he wants to tell her. If that wasn't the case, if he wants her to find out, just drop a subtle hint. Oh, you too.
千穂って記憶力いいのね。まあ、成績もいいし、当然か。
Seeming to ignore Aka's comment, Chio turned back to Risa.
火が怖いのは、あの夏のことがあるから？
Risa cast a glance in my direction. Chio gave me a long side glance as well, but didn't say any more.
そろそろ点火されるみたい。
At Risa's words, everyone turned at once to see. Teacher lit the fire with the long, narrow lighter. The scrap paper began to burn, and in time the wood caught fire too.
壮観なものですね。燃え上がる炎って。ろうそくの炎なんかとは比べ物にならないわ。
Seemed only natural that Risa would find it uncomfortable too. Sight of the flame would have to remind her of the arson. Long red tongues licking at the night sky, even from our distance. Even from our distance, we could hear the logs popping and cracking below. People began to move in the direction, gathering around the fire.
私たちも行きましょうか。でも大丈夫ですか？火が苦手なら。少し離れていればね。ともあれ、せっかくなのだから。
So we joined the crowd. Makes me think of a summer festival. Of course, no one around us was wearing a yukata. But the still night air of summer, the tightly packed crowds, and the sense of fun all brought to mind the atmosphere of a festival. How much was I enjoying myself back then, when I broke my promise with Chiho? I didn't want to go any deeper down that road of thought, so I decided to talk instead. What did I sing? Folk songs?
フォーク？どうして急に食器が出てくるの？
Huh?
リセさん、そういう歌のジャンルがあるんだって。そうなの。
You're fucked up.
火を囲みながらフォークソングってなんだか時代を感じさせるセンスね。
That's how it's done, right?
かもしれないけど、うちじゃフォークはないわね。まあ今のリセの反応で分かっただろうけど。歌うのってやっぱり聖歌？いえ、童謡というのか民謡というのか、燃えろよ燃えろとかですね。
That sounds like a very metal children's song. Ah.
合唱部の一員として歌に関しては気合が入ってしまうわね。
Fired up. I getcha. But it seemed like the singing wasn't going to start yet. Instead, students started sitting down in the sand around the fire. They chatted with each other about nothing in particular. Yet it was surely the power of the flame that imbued it with a special sense of meaning. Back then, it had seemed like a wild beast, but now it was different. I could approach it with calm.
それにしてもプルミエールジャッジメントを通過してマサヤくん自身はだいぶ評価が高まってきたみたいね。夜とか結構君の話が出てくるのよ。
Last night, you mean at the lodge?
さあ、他の部屋でもそうなんじゃない？
Aika looked around at the others. They all nodded.
そうですね。私の部屋でも同じですね。
Mom, what kind of things?
そんなの決まってるじゃない。素敵とか惚れたとかそんなことよ。
Yeah, right.
本当にそうだと思う？半分はこちらも姉さんと同じですね。いい評価が多かったようです。
About half of what she heard was the same. The other half, she wasn't there because she was accompanying him back.
好きとかはさすがになかったようですが。
Wow.
こちらもそうでした。何やら魔力が広がっているようで悔しいものがありましたが。
なんで悔しがるのよ。いいことじゃない。
ですが、そう私たちは紅バラ会なのですから。
Did the sound just cut out?
だからマサヤ様の評価もなるべくは低いままの方がいいわけですね、お姉様。なんか今うなずくまでに間がありませんでしたか？
The thing is, at this point, Masaya's popularity doesn't matter as much anymore because the matter of him staying is out of the window. It's out of the window. Like, it doesn't have any like big effect anymore. Now it's just purely the co-education. Anyways,
そんなことなかったと思うけど、私の部屋でも同じ。みんなしてマサヤさんのこと褒めて、なんだかムカムカしてしまったけど。ムカムカ？まあマサヤさんがどうとかって段階はもう過ぎたようなものだし、あとはいよいよ世論を形成する段階ですもの。学校のみんなは果たしてどちらの未来を選ぶのか、問題はそこだわ。そうですね。それはそれとしてマサヤさんの評判はいい方がいいと思いますが。いいじゃない。別になんか機嫌が悪かったの。はあ。
we all laugh as Arisa's face turned red.
でもあんたもなかなか大したやつかもね。
What do you mean?
だって最初のうちはみんなすごい冷たい反応だったんだよ。どこの馬の骨よって。それが今ではそれなりに受け入れられて、おせちじゃなしに感心しちゃうわよ。
天性の女たらしね。
タンタトゥルセルパンという一名は案外真実だったのですね。
Well, I'm glad to hear that. While we were talking, the people around us suddenly stood.
始まるみたいよ。
The orchestra began to play, and we sang along. This was my first time singing in front of people. It felt better than I expected. When the song ended, it felt as if the bonds between all of us had grown stronger.
なんだかごめんなさいね。今夜は私の付き添いで。
No, it's okay. Sister Machine had business at the dorm, so she agreed to walk me home. That campfire really was nice.
マサヤくんは初めてだったんですか？
Yes, I never really got to take part in school trips and such.
相当苦労があったようですね。
I nodded silently.
年度末の結果がどうなるかはとりあえず置いておいて、マサヤくんは1年間の学生生活を精一杯楽しんでください。
Yes, ma'am.
来年のことは来年考えれば済むことですからね。と言ったそばから考えてしまったようですね。
Yeah, a little.
まあそれも当然ですね。未来を思い過去を思い起こすことは人間だけに許された能力です。
Sister Mishima, what do you think will happen with the grand vote, that is? She fell into silence, but that in itself spoke volumes.
正直難しいかもしれません。
I thought so.
マサヤくんはもはやモテモテのようですが、それは君個人の評価で男性一般のものではないのは当然のことです。ただある種の取っかかりにはなったことでしょう。理事長もそれを期待して特待留学生を推し進めたわけですし。
Right.
事実上マサヤくん個人を評価する段階はもう終わりました。だから2学期からはよりアソシアシオンとしての活動が問われるでしょうね。
That's true. Lisa mentioned something like that before. about shaping public opinion.
今は紅バラ会の人たちとも仲良くやっているようですが、今後はなかなかそうもいかないかもしれませんよ。
I never really thought about that before. Musical, autonomy, economy, and more recently Mitsuki. It had been so natural to associate with them, I had never realized what that meant. But that's true. It's artificial, like mortal enemies trapped in the same boat. White Lily Society and the Red Rose Society, however it was previous years, at least this year, they were being set up as true rivals. You're right. It is a bit strange.
ただそれもグランデボートの日までのことです。終わればノーサイドですからね。
No side was a term used in rugby to indicate that when the match was over, there were no allies or opponents. That's true.
フルマラソンを走れる動物が人間の他にいるかいないか、マサヤ君は知っていますか？
Huh? Feeling like I was being quizzed out of nowhere, I froze up. Oh, well, I don't know, is there?
正解は、いません。それはなぜか。純粋に生理学的な問題もあるのかもしれませんが、私はそれ以上に努力ということが大事なのだと思います。
Effort?
それもまた人間だけに備わった美徳ですから。マサヤ君はどうか最後まで頑張ってくださいね。
Yes, ma'am. A lot. I don't know what I'm doing. Come on!
ごきげんよう。ごきげんよう。マサヤさん、まだお昼は食べていないわね。
Nope. It was 10 a.m.
ならちょうどよかったわ。マサヤさん、これから白百合会、紅バラ会合同で流しそうめん大会をやるわよ。
Nagashi Soulman. It was certainly a term associated with summer. I always thought it sounded pretty opulent, but it never had much crossover with my own life.
いいわね。
Of course. When we reached the grounds, almost all the members were assembled with stacks of bamboo nearby.
ごきげんよう。
Oh, you're here too, Mitsuki.
何よ、その言い草は。
Well, it's just I thought you were spending summer vacation at home.
そのつもりだったんだけどね。ただ、こうしてアソシアションが主催するイベントもあるでしょ。だったら下級生の回答に任せて家に戻っているわけにもいかないもの。
I see.
聞けば、律子はそうした自覚から夏合宿にも参加したというし、やっぱりしっかりしているわ。
違うのよ。単にマサヤくんと一緒に遊びたかったってだけなんだから。
もう、姉さん、変なこと言うのはいい加減にして。
はいはい、分かったわよ。
2学期からはいよいよ政権選択が本格化するんだから、回答としての義務感は私にもあります。
I thought back on a conversation I'd had with Sister Mishima coming back from the lodge.
いいわね、律子。あなたのそういうところ、やっぱり好きだわ。美月様、私としても手を緩めるつもりはないもの。リセさんと和解したこととはまた別だわ。至上命題はあくまで紅バラ会の勝利。これよね。受けて立つわよ。ええ。まあ、来年あなたがいなくなっても。
She turned her face to me.
命まで取られるわけじゃないんだし。顔が見たくなったら夏休みにでも会えばいいだけよね。
That's true.
でも寂しいじゃありませんか。1年間共に過ごした人が消えてしまうなんて。学校はきっと火が消えたようになりますよ。そしてマサヤさんの席には花瓶が置かれたりして。
He didn't die. Like he did not die.
それはまた意味が違うんじゃないの？
ダメダメ。目をうるうるさせて情に訴えようとしても通らないわよ。 勝負はあくまで勝負なんだから。オーケー。
God damn it. It's scary watching her do that with a smile. As an actual sword, you're not supposed to cut actual bamboo with a sword, I think. Konami came running to the ground breathless with a long slender item in one hand.
今、好み待ちだったの？そういうわけでは。好み、どうかしたの？真剣をお持ちしました。真剣？マジってやつ？
I don't think that's Konami's style. Well, that long thing you're holding in your hand is...
もちろん、これは物欲しさをなんかではありません。妖刀、七つ刀落とし、なのであります。妖刀って、7人並べて、なおぶった切ったという逸話から付けられた名称で、息が荒いようだけど、大丈夫なの？抜くべきか、抜かざるべきか。天中でござる、天中でござる。
As the others stared at her, dumbfounded, Konami finally began to draw the blade. The cold steel glinted in the sun.
やめなさい。
Yuditsuko grabbed the sword away from her, and Konami seemed to wake from a daze.
あれ？私は一体何を？
Well, that's panicking.
なんか危ないわね。
Panic-inducing, I mean.
急にこんなもの持ち出して、一体どういうつもりなの？ああ、そうでした。流しそうめん大会ということで、竹を割るんですよね。そうだけど、もしかして、これで割るつもり？はい！そのために、祖母の家からちょっとくすね！じゃなくて、借りてきました！ナタならあるけど。お姉様、これはパフォーマンスなのです。パフォーマンス？私が刀を振るいますよね。すると見た人が感心して紅バラ界の好感度もぐっとアップするというわけです。さっきの好みの目を見たら逆に下がると思うけど。
Yeah.
何を言いますか。そんなはずありませんよ。ちょっと貸してください。この目がどこが危ないと言いますか。
Everything about your eyes is threatening. Help.
はい、鏡。
She jumped a meter in the air. The sword hit the ground in the same instant. Ritsuko held it tight to her chest.
ダメに決まってるでしょ。危ないし、先生にだって怒られるわ。これは返してきて、今すぐ。見つかったら本当に退学処分になるわよ。それもそうですね。では。
Konami went running out the same way she had come.
好みも本当、たまに突拍子もないわね。
She's a bog-eyed weirdo.
ただ、竹を割ることでは例年苦労するので、そのせいもあったのかもしれません。
Exhausting?
ナタなんて普段触ることもありませんから。
Oh, it just so happened that I had to cut bamboo during a part-time job. Oh wow, how'd you learn that? Because I was poor. There's gonna be something like this again. I see. Went over to the pile of bamboo and picked up one of the cloth-wrapped hatchets. In that case, I'll do it.
お願い。じゃあ、力仕事は男子に任せて、私たちは麺の用意をしましょう。はい。了解。私も。
Four of them headed back inside while Ayaka and Ruriko remained. What about you guys?
私は君のこと応援する係。
I don't think that's necessary.
いやん、ツンデレン。
You don't even know what that means.
バレたか。別にサボりってわけじゃないのよ。だっていくら君が来ようとはいえ一人じゃ何かと大変でしょ。
Well, that's true.
私は毎日お鍋をひっくり返しては大変だからと待機ということになっているんです。
That's true. Picked up one of the bamboo rods and looked it over. It's not like a log. Probably can't split it the way I usually would. Plus, it seems long. If I cut it into pieces, it would be annoying to join them back up later. But doesn't bamboo even grow on this mountain?
ああ、それは代々私の家から提供されるそうなんです。
Wow.
夏のそうめん大会は神谷家のプロデュースってわけなのね。
なんでも竹林を持っているそうで。
Incredible. Finished my examination of the bamboo. Wonder where I might find a thin rod.
細い棒？
The harder the better.
パン工房にのし棒ならありますが、それとかなら。
Oh, that sounds good. Could I borrow one? By the time Ruriko returned with the pin in hand, I had gathered a bit of an audience. Hoping not to embarrass myself, I set off on the construction. First, I swung the hedge into the tip of the bamboo stalk to create a notch. Then I pressed the rolling pin against the notch while bracing the other end of the stalk against the building. I hope this will work. I applied a little pressure, and with a sensation like ripping, more like ripping than splitting, started cutting the bamboo stalk in half. Ah! Nearby cries of astonishment filled me with a small sense of pride. The bamboo was tough, but it was easy to split if you ripped it along the fibers. The stalks were completely halved.
なるほど、そういうやり方があったのですね。
Next was the matter of the joints. If you left them in, they'd stop the flow of the water. They had left me an iron hammer for gouging them out, but I thought there might be a better way. Do you have a rubber mallet?
弦の？
It's like a hammer. The one here is too hard. It'll probably break the stalk.
聞いてきます。ゴム製の弦のというのはないそうです。
Let's see. Well, then I'll just wrap the hammer in cloth and try that out. Gave it a try, and the joints popped out neatly. Ah! There was another round of impressed cries. I was feeling very happy with myself. Now to create the bamboo tripods. I'll need you to help me with this one, Ayaka.
了解。
In the end, after an hour's work, the stage was all set for the Nagashi Somen. Wonder where the noodles are.
そうめん茹でるのなんてすぐよね。
携帯で聞いてみましょう。あ、リセさん、ルリコですが。おつゆ？はあ。あ、なるほど。わかりました。
What's the matter? Ruriko shut off the phone with an uncomfortable expression.
それが、セッティングにはよほど時間がかかるだろうということと、あとは、アソシアションの対抗という趣旨から、麺を茹でるだけではなく、おつゆから作っているそうなんです。
Tsuyu broth?
それで、まだあと2時間はかかるということなのですが。
Perfect timing, my stomach growled.
もうできたの？
Oh, Risa!
早すぎるじゃない。一体どうして？
Well, you see, I used to be poor!
そうよ。お昼のつもりが夕飯になるなんていうことはザラで、それでおつゆから調整していたのに。
Hi. Like Ma said, just standing like right next to the goddamn completely set up thing. Hi. I wish they had told me that beforehand.
いつもはそんなに時間かかってるの？
ええ。それこそ暗くなるくらいまで。
あらそう。 でもまさやくんがちゃっちゃっちゃっと作ってくれたわよ。
どうやって？いっつもみんな大変な思いをして竹だってすごい無駄にしてしまうのに。
Ingenuity. Mitsuki looked up at the mountain of bamboo.
無駄にしたのなんてないみたいね。しかも見たこともないくらいの見事な台で。
I explained my method. A pained look entered her eyes.
なるほどね。そんなやり方がちゃんと考えればわかりそうなものなのに思いつかなかった自分が悔しいわね。
By the way, so there's an 8th mosquito bite now. Look at that little shit.
じゃあおつゆどうしよう。もうみんなお腹空いてるよね。
They said it would be lunch after all, and I'm pretty hungry.
じゃあ市販のやつでいいかしら。味見の時点でこっちの方が上って分かったし。何言ってるのよリセさん。あなたの味覚はおかしいんじゃなくて。何よそれは。どう考えても味も香りもこちらの方が上だったでしょ。そんなことないわね。こちらの勝ちでした。あなたの方こそ味覚と嗅覚が気の毒なんじゃなくて。
まあまあどっちでもいいじゃない。
そうですよ。ジホさん、リツコ、あなたどっちの味方なの？こうなったらもう後には引けないわよ、美月さん。望むところよ。ギャラリーはたくさんいるわ。みんなに判定してもらいましょう。ええ。天に唾するということがどういうことか思い知らせて差し上げるわ。天って誰がよ。
The two continue squabbling as they headed for the building.
早く来なさいよ。
The two exchanged a glance and shrugged.
しょうがないな。じゃあ行こっか。
で結局待たされるわけなのね。
究極と至高の戦い、楽しみです。
ルリコって案外大人物だわ。
まあ昔のような二人に戻ってくれてよかったと思いますよ、私は。
まあね。
And so, the stage had been set for some time when at last the leading ladies appeared.
遅い。
Boo, boo!
まあブーイング失礼しちゃうわ。
It's your fucking fault!
ね
At times like these, they were in perfect sync. Well, they're just hungry.
え、待たせただけのことはあってよ。
She took the lid off the large pot, unleashing the strong smell of bonito broth. Oh, that looks delicious.
お出汁はカツオだけじゃなくてサバやイワシも使ってあるのよ。奥の深い複雑な味だわ。出汁だけじゃないわよ。薬味もどっさり。定番の生姜やみょうが、ネギやシソはもちろん、梅肉、わさび、いりごま、甘く煮つけたしいたけ、それからハムや錦糸卵やきゅうり。
Whoa.
説明はいいからもう食べさせてよ。お腹空いちゃったじゃない。
Lisa clapped her hands.
これは白百合会と紅バラ会の対決なんですからね。よーく味わって食べてくださいな。紅バラ会と白百合会間違えないようにしてちょうだいよ。器もちゃんと分けましたからね。間違えた方がかえって助かるんじゃなくて。何言ってるのよ。後で吠え面かかないでよ。
Water began running from the hose.
ちゃんと流れてるじゃない。
Gio swiped some noodles from the stream. The people positioned on either side of the bamboo started reaching in with their chopsticks. So good! I had never eaten such delicious salmon boy. Really gotta wonder why the fuck they made this though. Like, this seems kind of stupid. If anything, wouldn't, like, the fact that this is a regular hose, right? Meaning this is regular water, right? Meaning this regular water would thin, like, thin out the flavor of the noodles. Why make this? Like, seriously. Anyways, really. Actually, for this one you also can't see the faces down here now. Oh boy. Gonna also move it over here and whoa. I don't know why I did that. It's not quite at the border. Now it's a bit over the damn thing. There we go. Now it's fitting. We heard her, but nobody listened. We were starving. The noodles, which had once been piled on top of countless baskets, were now completely gone. Lisa and Mitsuki both walked to the head of the crowd. Silence. Literally no one's gonna care. Like they're gonna, okay, the ones who think that the Red Rose Society's summon was better, please raise your hand. Silence again.
決まってしまったわね。まあ、私としてもフルマークはちょっと意外な結果ではあるけれど、もう勝敗は決したけれど、ちゃんと尋ねるわ。紅バラ会という人、挙手してください。
Silence.
え?
Neither vote got any responses. The two exchanged a glance. I think maybe people couldn't tell the difference. I nominated myself to speak up. I think we were just so hungry they both seemed really good. So it's hard to choose between them.
だから味わって食べてと言ったのに。
まったく。
まあまあ、美味しく食べられたのですから、それが一番ではないですか?
So this is apparently the scene that was mentioned in Mitsuki's route about, like, that does remind me about the Nagashi Somen.
まあね。
え?
In the end, the Nagashi Somen party ended without a winner or a loser being decided. Best girl and Risa. My god, my face is shiny. My face is shiny. There we go. Wrong side. There you go, it's less shiny now. Summer vacation was nearing its end, and the majority of the students who had gone home were coming back.
夏休みの最終土曜日に最後の、そして最大のイベントがあるんです。それが星酔いの集いです。
Evening Star Gathering. Wow, what do they do? Just a description. Final and greatest was enough to pique my interest.
グラウンドにみんなで寝っ転がって星を眺めます。
Right, and?
それだけです。
Huh?
だけと言ってはシスター三島に失礼ですね。シスターの星座の解説がありますので。
But, is that it?
はい。
Is it kind of plain? Well, I guess it's like a natural planetarium. No, that's not great either. Well, maybe it's more fun than I'm imagining?
星酔いの集いはね、まさやくん。誰と見るかが一番のポイントなの。
Who you spend it with?
地面に寝るにあたって毛布を用意するのだけど、それは2人分のスペースがあるわ。その意味はわかるわよね。
Well, that's... I'll try to put this.
真っ暗な中、 星を見上げながらおしゃべりしていると、二人の仲もぐっと縮まります。普段できないような話もしたりして。
結構間隔も空いているから大きな声で話さなければ聞こえないしね。
Who did you lie with last year, Ruriko?
千穂さんと。
こらこら、顔を赤くするようなことなんて何もなかったでしょ。
ただ、あれをきっかけにもっと仲良しになれた気がします。
Just Marcy, like. Interesting.
まあね。
What about you, Rise?
その時にはもう、美月さんとの仲がギクシャクしていたから、お誘いはあったけど、結局、断っちゃったわ。
See, what about you, Ayaka?
私はぐれ者だからね。誰も相手にしてくれないのよ。でも今年は期待大。だってまさやくんがいるものね。
But I'm surprised that the school rules permit that kind of thing.
それはそうよ。だっておしゃべりするだけで別にエッチなことするわけじゃないんだし。
I guess you're right about that.
でもまさやくんが相手ならしちゃってもいいかな。なんてね。ともあれ学校側だって決して禁じていないわよ。むしろ推奨している節もあるわね。
As she spoke, Ayaka pulled out the large piece of paper.
これ座席表なの。みんな持ってるわよ。
Seating chart? It was a diagram of the school grounds, with numbers marking each seat.
何かと規律の好きな番宣ヌだもの。こんなものを用意するのもある種当然ではあるけれど、これは他の使い方もできるわよね。目当ての人はどこにいるのかしらって。まさやくん、私は3年 D 組の6番よ。
Scratch, scratch. Ayaka circled the number on the map. Hold on. There you go.
待ってるわよ。
I won't be coming.
私はここ。
Scratch, scratch.
ごきげんよ
I won't be coming.
う。千穂さん、普段はごきげんようという挨拶使いませんのに。同じクラスだから分かっているでしょうけれど、番号までは覚えていないかもしれないし、念のため、ね。
Scratch, scratch.
私、星座には結構詳しいの。よかったら解説して差し上げるわ。それじゃ。星座の解説ならシスターがしてくれますよ。余計なこと言わないの。あらあら。
Ruriko looked closely at the paper.
私、千穂さんとは出席番号が近いんです。神ヤギの課と詐欺沢の差ですし。
What?
お間違いないよ。私の方は花丸にしておきますね。
Scratch, scratch.
では、ごきげんよう。
Wow, she really drew a flower. Like I said, using this chart would make it easy to find the person you wanted to spend the evening with. Last evening of the summer vacation, huh? Seemed like a good opportunity. According to the chart, everyone was by themselves, at least at the start. We almost did it. We almost always did things as a group. There wasn't anything wrong with that, of course. We'd had a lot of fun together. Sometimes I thought it would be nice to be alone with someone. But constellations. I looked up the stars around the equator before, but I knew almost nothing about the constellations. I knew we'd be getting an explanation, but I thought it might be good to study up anyway. I had it for the computers. Oh, it's gotten pretty late. Turned off the lights and left the rec room. There's a lot of mythology about constellations. And even knowing the basics before now. Just as I was leaving the rec room, I passed by Ritsuko.
宿題ばっかりも疲れるわ。
She wasn't sure how it compared to the other schools, but Vincent certainly gave out a lot of homework. And so she had come to the rec room for a breather. At the entrance, she passed by Masaya and wondered if he had come for the same reason.
あら？これ。
Lying on the table was a seating chart for the evening star gathering. He must have forgotten it. Ritsuko picked it up and looked back down the hall.
マサヤさん。
I thought I heard a voice. Was someone calling me? I walked back and turned the corner to look down the hall, but I didn't see anyone. Maybe it was something else? Sounded like Masaya-sa, but maybe I just misheard. Turned around again and went back to my room. Ritsuko clamped a hand over her mouth, and though there was no need, he even stopped her breathing. She counted to 10, then scanned the hallway with a sniper's position. Masaya wasn't there. Ritsuko let out a long sigh. Her chest hurt as if she had just run a marathon. She sat down and looked over the paper again. 1, 2, 3, 4. There were 4 circles drawn on the paper. Ritsuko could easily guess what it meant.
それにしても、これ、本当にマサヤ様の忘れ物なのかしら。
It was very unlikely it could belong to someone else, but
3年 D 組の6番。これって確か、姉さんだったような。
she didn't know her sister's number by heart, but she was certain she was in Class D. Though it was somewhat contrary to her image, the other students had always seen Ayaka as somewhat unapproachable. She wondered if her sister had finally found a student she felt comfortable with. Anyway,
4人って、そんな節操のない人がそうそういるとも思えないし。
the more she thought about it, the more it seemed inescapable that it belonged to Masaya. As she looked at the way the circles were drawn, she realized that the girls themselves must have added them. She found herself scanning the front and back for no particular reason. She wondered why she had stopped herself from calling him back, even to the point of holding her breath.
私の番号は、1年 A 組の5番。
She traced her finger along the paper until it rested on the number 5 on a Class 1A. Even without realizing, she picked up a pen with her right hand. Scratch, scratch. The chair let out a clatter as she rose up from it. The paper dropped down onto the table and she quickly clamped a hand down on top of it. She fearfully looked down at the paper. She couldn't believe it. There was a circle around Ritsuko's seat number.
こんな、嘘。
Okay, time to chop off this head! She realized she still had the pen in her hand. She dropped it hastily, as though it had transformed into some horrible bug. The pen rolled around the table. Ritsuko stared blankly down at it, and at the paper, which now had 5 circles on it.
私がやったんだわ。無意識のうちに。そんな。お姉様！あれ？聞こえなかったのかな？
She wasn't so far away that she shouldn't have heard her, but Ritsuko just ran off without saying anything.
っていうか、今のお姉様、なんか様子が変だったような。
She frowned. The way she had run out of the room had also been strange. Perhaps she'd gotten in a fight with somebody. Konomi approached the room, her body tense.
あれ？誰もいない。
She checked the corners as well, just to be safe, but the rec room was definitely deserted.
変だな。あ、これ。
There was a pen rolling around along the table. Next to it was an evening star gathering seating chart.
丸が5つも、節操のない人ですね。で、
Her eyes were drawn to a certain spot, Class 1A, 5. That was Ritsuko's number.
では、お姉様、これを見て。でも、だからって、何も部屋を飛び出すことは。
It was obvious. This paper belonged to Masaya. There was no one among the people of Asen who would be so unchaste. Ritsuko must have come to the same conclusion and been shocked when she saw her own number circled. After returning to my room, I had realized I'd left something behind, so I headed back to the rec room. Now, call me. What's wrong?
何がですか？
Konomi's face was unusually blank for some reason. It had me a little worried. Something up. He came all the way to our dorm.
息抜きに、 お姉様に会いに来たんです。そうしたら部屋にいないので、こちらかと思ったのですが。
Oh, I passed her a little bit earlier. No response. Something was definitely wrong. Oh, that's...
この紙、やっぱりマサヤ様のものだったんですね。
Yeah.
うん。
She handed it over to me silently. I took it hesitantly. Why was she so angry with me? Well, bye.
はい。ごきげんよう。
Hmm? Oh, well, maybe she's just in a bad mood or something. I glanced down at the paper. Something seemed different about it. Hmm?
私だって少しは成長するのです。お姉様にかつて言われました。私は思い込みが激しすぎると。それで人を非難して間違いだったら世話がない。それはもうその通りなのです。
So you censored him. As by this time, Konomi had restrained herself. She had expended tremendous effort to stay focused and keep from speaking her mind.
まだわからない。当日、マサヤ様がどう出るか。それにしても、もうタンタドルセルパンなんかではないってずっと思っていたのに、それはもしかしたら間違いだったのかな。
It feels like she never stopped, though. Huh? I realized what seemed odd about the paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's an extra circle on it. How'd that got in there? Who'd put it there? Someone fine, of course, so it couldn't be Konomi. Maybe we can look it up on the school network. I'll try it tomorrow. It was the final Saturday of summer vacation that a sense of restlessness ran through the dorms. They had all been waiting for this day. And then night came. The bell rang to signal the start of the event, and I left my room. I hadn't seen the hall so crowded in quite some time. The atmosphere was high with expectation. Blankets were spread out over the grounds at regular intervals. The summer events were all handled by the association, so I had helped out earlier that evening. We'd been unusually quiet as we worked. Maybe that had been intentional. Lay down on my own spot. It was more comfortable than I'd expected. The night sky was bright and beautiful, probably due to the lack of artificial lighting. You couldn't see a sky like this in the city. Talking together while looking at the sky. That doesn't sound bad at all.
では、星追いの集いを始めましょう。星座の解説は今年も私、三島が務めさせていただきます。
Just lay back and watch the stars with Sister Mishima.
では、まずは天の川を探しましょう。説明しやすいよう、皆さんは北向きで寝ています。すると、足元の南から少し斜めになって頭上へと伸びる光の帯が見えますね。それが天の川。英語で言うとミルキーウェイです。東洋では川に見立てた光の帯が、西洋ではミルクに見立てられる。なんだか面白いですね。さて、天の川というとまず思い浮かぶのがアルタイルとベガですね。すなわち彦星と織姫です。ベガは天の川の右手のほとりでひときわ明るく輝いている星です。見つかりましたか？
I'm guessing it's this and this one. Because there's too many stars on this fucking side. Anyways,
ベガはこと座を形成しています。左手に星が平行四辺形に並んでいて、比較的わかりやすいと思います。
the parallelogram would be these four, I suppose. Even then, it's not quite a parallelogram.
アルタイルは川を隔てたところにあります。ベガには少し及びませんが、こちらも明るいですね。
I mean, it already can't
ア
be.
ルタイルは鷲座の一員です。
There's no parallelogram on this side. But the brightest star is on this side. That don't make sense. Anyways.
潜入淑女の物語も話だけ聞くとピンとこないところがあるかもしれませんが、こうして天の川を見ていると実感として迫ってきますね。さて次に。
Since Mishima finished her explanation and took her leave. Then, as if they had been waiting for this moment, the students began to move. No offense to Sister Mishima, but this was the true main event. Okay, so where am I going to go? So it should be obvious. Ritsuko's perspective. After Sister Mishima left, they had their own free time. Ritsuko tensed up on her blanket. It was the part most of the girls were waiting for, but I was terrified of it. I could still feel it in my hand. I remember marking my own place on Masaya's seating chart. Konomi is gonna walk up to her like, I changed it! Like, I protected you from Masaya. I changed your circle to that of a third year. The sensation of drawing a circle on a piece of paper was not a strange one by any means, yet it had remained with her all day, right up until now.
私どうしちゃったのかしら。
After returning to her room, Ritsuko spent all night thinking about it and barely managed to sleep at all. What on earth was I thinking when I circled my number on that paper? How much was obvious. I wanted Masaya to come visit me.
この身にこの前言われたけど。
Ah, Oni-sama, you aren't attracted to Masaya or anything like that, are you? At the time, I forced myself to laugh and deny it. Denied a feeling of heartache that had run through me. Then, had it just been a figment of my imagination? I had lied to myself. I was a traitor. Traitor! Perhaps that realization was what caused that pang in my heart. I watched the crowds of people pass by. I was sitting, so I couldn't see them all. What, then, was I afraid of? Was it that I, too, had been affected by the trichotropy Reese had mentioned?
そうじゃない。
It wasn't change itself I was afraid of. I was afraid of looking down at the patch of my feet. You know, it's all on rails. At the time, I had insisted that I didn't live my life on rails. But in fact, I heard footsteps and quickly turned to face them.
なんだ、好みか。今の反応。まさかお姉様、誰か待っている子でもいるのですか？いえ、そんな、別に。いいですよね。もちろん。
I scooted over to make space on the blanket, but Konomi looked off in another direction and did not sit.
好み？やっぱり。
Let's see. Past 1A, 5, there. Walked along with help from my seating chart. I started to move the minute Mr. Mishima's speech finished, but it was pretty chaotic. I guess to be expected from a girls' school. I really like events where you get to snuggle up with someone else. Watching them raised my spirits. This looks like the place. It was dark, with only starlight to guide me, so I slowed my steps as not to miss it. Given the type of person that Itsuko was, I couldn't imagine her going to someone else's spot. She'd probably be in her own. Ah, there she is. There were two of them, when we was sitting next to Ritsuko. Good evening.
やはり来ましたね。
Huh? The threatening tone in Konomi's voice took me aback. Huh? What's going on?
どうかしたではありません。
Konomi's voice remained subdued as she moved to put herself between me and Ritsuko. That in itself wasn't unusual, but something about the atmosphere was different this time. As I didn't know what to do, I looked down at Ritsuko, who was still sitting in the blanket. She also seemed surprised.
私、本当は信じたかったんです。あなたのことを。
What?
それもあって、私はあの時我慢して。
What are you talking about?
結局のところ、マセイ様はやっぱりタンタトルセルパンだったのですね。
Wait a minute, Konomi. I don't know what you're talking about. As always, Konomi had started 5 steps ahead of me.
座席用にいくつも丸をつけていたではありませんか。そしてお姉様のところにも はっきり言わせていただきますが、私見損なって。違うの。
That's not it! We both denied it at the same time.
違うと言いますと。
Konami turned to Ritsuko.
そのそれはマサヤ様がしたことではなくて。でも他に誰が。
Ritsuko turned her eyes downwards silently. Konami, does it really matter how many circles there were on the paper?
事の張本人は何を言いますか。
Real question, as far as I'm concerned, is who goes to visit whom. I went straight here. I don't plan on going anywhere else. How does that make me attentive to a serpent?
でも座席表にいくつもチェックがついていたという事実は。もうやめて。
The sound of the tortured voice, Konami and I both turned simultaneously.
どうかしました？
Konami kneeled on the ground, concerned. Ritsuko shook her head silently, her long hair shifting. Then she looked up firmly.
マサヤ様、どうぞ。
She indicated the space next to her. Sure. It interrupted the flow of the conversation, but I didn't mind. She had invited me after all. Aw, this is nice! Look at her smile! This is adorable! God damn it! I don't know why my voice just decided to shoot up as if someone just kicked me straight in the nuts. But hey, that's what it did. And my gosh, she's just glaring at him. Like, fuck you! Fuck you! I could've been here alone maybe one day, summer! What the fuck am I doing? Whoop.
Saber!
Much less is about to sit down, Konami interposed herself, trying to shove her way in.
仕方がありませんね。では、3人で。
Okay. I smiled bitterly. There was nothing to be done. She's not too happy about that. Huh? For a minute there, I thought I saw a forbidding glint in Ritsuko's eye.
まあ仕方がありませんね。お姉様がそういうのであれば。
Suppose I'll bear it? I think that's my line. It wasn't that I minded having Konami around especially, but I had really wanted to look up at the stars alone with Ritsuko. I think that's what Ritsuko wanted too. Must have been the reason she marked her place on the seating chart. I smiled at Ritsuko from over Konami's shoulder. He smiled back at me. We exchanged our thoughts wordlessly in that way, but Konami insisted on resuming our earlier conversation.
まあいいです。来年にはグランデボートがあります。マサヤ様の正体が結局のところはどちらであるにしろ、お別れであることは変わりありませんから。
Are you saying the Road Rose Society is going to win the grand vote?
当然ですよ。
True that the anti-integration faction has more supporters right now, but...
いいえ、そういう意味ではありません。
What?
回答がお姉様だからです。
This isn't about the society leaders anymore. Shivers seemed to run through Ritsuko's body, but with Konami between us, I couldn't be sure.
我が紅バラ会の回答は、万世ヌでも一位の人気を誇るベルエピーヌです。であれば、グランデボートでは必ずや。やめて。
Once again, her interruption caused us both to turn towards her in unison.
お姉様
Ritsuko had let out a strained noise, rose to her feet, and ran off without a single glance back in our direction.
失礼します。
Konami quickly ran off as well. I was left alone. It seemed almost unreal, the way the two of them had been there just moments ago. I reached out to the place where Ritsuko had sat. I could still feel her warmth in the blanket. That's fucking weird, Masaya. And then aside, I returned to my earlier position. I wonder what happened to Ritsuko. She was definitely acting strangely tonight. That tortured voice, that angry glare she shot Konami. I wanted to ask her what had happened, but I bet that if I went now, Konomi would still be there. But still, I leaned back on my hands and looked up at the sky full of stars. The evening star gathering I had been waiting for had ended in the most confusing manner possible. I hoped I might get another chance with her, but maybe it wasn't going to happen. Nee, 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 nee. Nee, 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 nee.
第17話好みの本気
Okay, I do believe we're officially in Ritsuko's route. My eyes. I just break my neck before I'm gonna end this part. It really does like I'm gonna try to keep these parts shorter. Mainly because, you know, my seminars are a bitch. And I do want to not constantly be tired anymore. I'm gonna try to prevent that. You know. So also I'm gonna try to keep this a chapter per part if possible. And since this is the end of the chapter, well, you know the rules and so do I. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you guys next time. Bye bye.